Damn, it's cold in here. It's cold as hell. Oh my god. Hold on. Yes, does this work? No. Audio output capture, guys. What the fuck is it for? What if I added on a audio capture for just this one? Game audio capture. I'm liking this new double monitor setup because I can just look at shit. You all don't have to worry that I'm not looking at the same screen. Yeah, just a bit early by like an hour or so. You can look at both screens at once. So we're going to Tecto today after I throw all this slag on the floor and figure out my inventory situation. So our mission on Tecto is going to be simple. Primary focus is going to be polyethylene. I really don't know what we're going to do there besides that. I kind of just want to go up there and build like a base and shit. For now, we're just going to leave all of this here, and then whenever I need them, I'm just going to / come back to here and then do / home. And I'll be like, oh, okay, I need this. Got it. Can come right back. I'm trying to condense my inventory down a lot more because how I do it is very shitty. How I've done it in the past has been the shittiest way of doing it, so this should hopefully improve my inventory slightly. You said you had a rocket ready for me? I just realized I can't even hear the game. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and fix this as well. I gotta add on a audio capture. But it's gotta be a specific type of audio capture. Application audio capture. Ah! You guys can hear the game now. But you guys have been missing that. Nobody said shit, so. Look, if you don't say shit, then you don't get shit. I used it to get to Eve yesterday, though, so I'm remaking it. Okay. You have a / home for that planet? Probably. I would assume so. I'm not gonna bring up any equipment with me because I don't know what we're gonna need yet. So when we go ahead and do this shit, we'll just have to come back and grab what we need. What we need to explore with it. Tecto. I know air and tectonic crude are both gonna be a big part of our mission. I love how no matter how much I tighten this damn microphone, it still wants to act stupid. OG monster right there. Tectonic crude, I believe, comes from just pumping the surface, goes into a vacuum refinery at 2 pressure units. So that should make shit pretty easy, because we already have a lot of that. We've never used it. It's just been sitting around. We were going to use this shit, but I've left it, and so we'll have that now. So that will get us our tectonic crude solved, as long as we can get a water pump for that, which I can get a water pump for that, unless you took it, because I know you're keen on water pumps. Keen on water pump usage. Me, not so much. Oh yeah, it looks like you probably used that. That's fine. That's not how you do water pump. And then we need a reactor for the planet too, probably. Well, we could probably just build that on site. You feel like you're missing crates? Like ones that you carry around? Did you leave them on the planet? Could you have left them on the planet? That's my first question. Could you have dropped it? Ah, there's also a tectonic crude. So you might have to use a derrick for tectonic crude, which is kind of sad. Okay. I don't know what we're gonna need exhaust ducts for. What are we gonna be burning up there? Compressors. Alright, so I need to tier the vacuum refinery. I'm probably gonna bring some of that shit. That wouldn't be a bad idea. Maybe I can bring some acidizers, some glass too. Glass is pretty valuable for building. A couple of tanks. Ah, there we go. There's my drill. CO2 scrubber. Could be useful, could be not. Who knows? I think the vacuum refinery might even still be placed down. Oh, we do need a hydro treater too? Well, I'm gonna get there. I haven't seen what I need to do yet, as far as steps go. I'm just gonna go around and check what I need to do as I go. So I've got a drill, which is step 1. Step 2 is compressing. So for your tectonic crude, you then go into the vacuum refinery, which we know there's one around here. Before we go ahead and do any of that silliness, let's go ahead and chop down these. Just to make it cleaned up over here finally. It's been waiting for me to do this for a long time. It's a good thing to bring. It's probably redstone. No, don't drop it. God damn, there's so many things we haven't messed with here. So much piping and shit. It's been abandoned for so long. Been awaiting usage. So what is our primary goal with this shit anyway? Polyethylene? Is it like what I should primarily focus on, or should I focus on other shit? Because this is a very valuable material. This is like the oil, the holy grail of oil almost, if you will. Yeah, but like this is the holy grail of oil. Like, you know, that tetrachloride could have been so useful back in the day if we had it sooner. The PVC/rubber tree farms. That's also a very good idea. I don't know if I'm gonna do that because I don't really want to mess around with the PVC/rubber farms. But that is a good suggestion. I mean, honestly, if we just went up there and chopped up a bunch of trees and came back, it probably would be fine. Back to searching for this vacuum refinery. We do have stuff for a tree farm, though. I might bring it just in case. And a drill. Yeah, always bring the fucking drill. That shit's actually valuable. I don't know about the coker unit. Compact compressor? Don't really need it. Alright, cool. Rocket is ready when you are? Alright, well, I'm still packing. I didn't say I was gonna pack, but I've decided to pack. I probably should have brought shit that provides power. I don't have any power generation stuff. Well, we could just set up a combine cycle gas turbine to start off and then figure it out later. I'm just looking for the vacuum refinery where I put it, because I don't remember. It's probably in one of these boxes somewhere. Or upstairs, or up in the big building. What the fuck is this? Minmus rocks. Minmus rock collecting. The future of rock collecting. I am gonna head up to the thing. See if there's any in there. Let's see. Hoppers, not bad. Rocket transport pads, also not a bad thing to bring. I'm gonna bring some technical blocks just in case we do some building up there. I don't think I'm gonna bring factory blocks. It's not really an essential thing. I mean, it's not like I need to pack a lot, but I'm going to pack a little bit so that way it's not like I'm going back and forth constantly. Because that's like the absolute annoyance of all time, is going back and forth because you're like, oh, I don't have this. Oops, I don't have this now. Oh, I gotta go grab some of that. That's not fun. Nobody wants to do that. Stainless steel. The vacuum refinery should be in one of these, but it's just not here. It's gotta be in this last one. No. Okay, I'm gonna check one final place where it could potentially be. I know we're gonna need an alkylation unit at some point. I should grab more fractioners too if I had any. I didn't check though. capacitors. Not bad. Okay. I think I have everything I'm gonna bring for that shit. Conveyors. Almost forgot the most important thing is conveyors. Okay, that's all good. So I got everything from here. So now it's all about finding this fucking rogue vacuum refinery. Just gonna triple check that it's not in this. Also gonna check out what these recipes are like. So hydrochloric acid. Whoa. Bismuth ore. Oh, wait a second. That's also for minerals, by the way. For rubber leaves? Okay. Really for minerals, though. Because it gives you neodymium, zirconium, and niobium. With a little bit of cobalt on the side, by the way. I'm just saying, that might not be a bad idea if you need a neodymium. That's for chloritic minerals, by the way. But I'm just looking at what other recipes it has. It does a lot of just bedrock ore processing, it looks like. It can also make red mud from Duna sand. So hydrochloric acid is a valuable material. Plastic leaves can get you chlorinated benzenes. Scudder tail can get you scudder blood, which is sodalite if you add salt leaf. So hydrochloric acid, we're just going to probably store that in tanks. Alright, so we're back to tectonic crude. Halide gas makes aromatic hydrocarbons, chloromethane, and hydrochloric acid. Chloromethane is important. We'll note that for later. Chloromethane, we already know about that. And then, of course, light halocarbons, which get reformed in a catalytic reformer. Cool stuff. We probably already have those here, because I did see a couple of the things. This is probably where it got to. Yeah, I've been looking for this thing for so long now. It was just over here in a box. I'm just going to put all my machinery related stuff in this thing. For now. Okay, so we know it just requires a lot of reforming. Good news is we have 2 reformers already made. We're just going to need a hydrotreater, I think. And we should be good. Probably not going to start right away, but because we still need shit equipment-wise. I definitely want to get all of the equipment we need beforehand, since that's the smart idea. We have a whole ass refinery over here. Alkylation unit, of course. I'm going to bring one of those. Fractioning unit, good idea as well. Let's check my resources that I have now. Or check my machines. Alright, got this. Cool. Got this. Cool. Cool. So I'm going to make a crate for my building materials then. Now I've got everything kind of sorted. I don't need a water barrel, do I? Awesome, good stuff. I don't know what the pump is for though, actually. Is that for tectonic crude? Or the tecto juice? Alright, then there's also the air, which is processable for chloromethane, chlorine gas, natural gas, and hydrochloric acid, which is collected via it's for the carbon thing. I have no idea what the carbon thing is. Oh, carbon tetrachloride. You know what I mean? Carbon tetrachloride. Yes, I like freons too, guys. Freons. Man, doesn't it make the most sense to set it up on Earth? I don't know. I don't know these things. Tectoporter. The trees only grow on Tecto? I mean, of course they would. Probably need Tecto air to grow. Titanium. I guess it'd be producing a lot of titanium. Huh. Well, uranium sand. Sandbags. Apparently you can make fire clay. Oh, with limestone and sand. I never knew that recipe. I've never done that. Does not replant them? Yeah, I'm probably not going to be doing the silly farm. Now that I'm thinking of it, my shit's actually up here. Some of my tools that I'm going to need for the mission. To complete the mission. Alright, now I'm at over a stack and a half of crates. And I have a CMB insert that I need to put in. Right? Or do I? Do I really need this CMB insert? Wait, really? God damn it. Me about to go to Tecto with no CMB insert. Even with a DNT nanosuit. God damn it. But it's better to have it. Oh, okay. Yeah, because you never know where I'm just gonna fucking go. Never know what I'm gonna go do. Could end up on some other planet where it's death. Destroyer of planets. Alright, so I need to make tanks. Do we really want to do the processing there? Or does it make more sense to bring it to Earth and do it? Because... I'm just gonna... Do you have the transporter linker? That's what I'm saying. Like, honestly... As cool as it would be to process up there, the only things we need to do are just bring back fluids. I need transporter linker. Then we also need to hook up the transporters with the hydrogen. Alrighty. Yes, we do need a power source as well. I was thinking RTG pellets, but that's not ideal either. We could try solar, but that's not a great idea either. We could do RT isotopes. which isn't bad. We could just do something. Thank you. Alright, I'm just gonna wait for a second on some of that supply. PWR. We could burn the atmosphere for power. Not a bad idea, because it produces natural gas, which is kind of like abundant and something we don't really need. So whatever we don't need, I could just burn it off in a gas flare. Or we have a CCG TV. Combined cycle gas turbine. Needs way too many machines. Hey man, stop backseat gaming, man. I got this shit. It's only gonna need like a few machines to set up. Combined cycle gas turbine, right? Where's the combined cycle gas turbine found itself at? Didn't bring air vents just in case. I also am gonna bring solar panels just in case as well. If I can find them. I don't remember where I put them, so yeah, probably not gonna bring them. Where did the combined cycle gas turbine go? It's probably in this box. Gas flare. Ooh. There's a bunch at Jeff K. Yeah, let's see. Combined cycle gas turbine. Ah, there's it's at. Of course. Oh, and there's also a hydro treater. Joy. The RBMK burner does? I don't know what you're talking about, man. Hold on. Here's one thing, though. Because we are only going to be pulling shit from the atmosphere. We won't need much energy. So it probably can be done by just simply having, like, 1 or 2 RT isotopes up there to pull shit. And then the rest of it just gets... You know what I mean? Just figure it out later type of thing. We'll figure it out on Earth kind of thing. I also need an atmospheric sucker. I'm gonna make one of these. What's an atmospheric liquefaction tower gonna do? Should I bring one of those? Well, we do need to give it something to kickstart its energy, so... Because obviously it's not going to have the natural gas right away. And it has enough of an atmosphere, I think we can get away with a cooling tower. Could burn other substances. Cooling tower don't work? Who are you to say that? Oh, I do have radiators though, right? I could build some of those. Alright, so liquefaction towers. You need a high power... What are you on about? You can just use the fucking steam thingies. Steam radiator. See? Have you not used one of these before? It's a joyous machine. I'm gonna build one for you. We're going to use it for my CCGT. And if we're going to do natural gas anyway, we're going to also have unsaturated hydrocarbons as a side product if we crack them. And that's actually ideal because cracking it will be better for burning. Well, because then we could just burn the unsaturated hydrocarbons in the CCGTV, which is even better. Ooh. So then it's all up to this. Which means I'm going to need to make sure I have that shit. I'm pretty sure they're gas. They're gaseous. It's aromatics that are the liquid, because they're denser. They're still dense. I don't even need to look, and I think I'm right. I think I'm right, and I don't even need to look. That will be useful. Getting my materials together is taking a little bit of time. This is my bed. Alright, so we're gonna need these. Also gonna need another one of those. Wrench. Okay, there we go. Alright, on to the next crate. CCGTV, some of this shit. Okay, and of course, yeah, what we've discussed is that we need steam radiators. We're gonna need 2 of those. Should just be 2. It's able to handle usually, so as of most planets that are going to be absolutely annoying, just make 2 of them. 2. How many cast aluminum plates is 6? I can just bring out whatever I have in this box and I should be fine. Or it's in this box down here. Should be fine. And then we, of course, are going to need those stainless steel plating. Copper pipes. Got them. Let it make those, and then we'll figure out the next thing we need. Next thing we're going to need is going to be called the... solar boiler tower doesn't work. What? You're wrong. I'm just gonna say you're wrong. Just in case, though, we're gonna grab some shit. Actually, you might be right about that. If it is cold, who knows? Maybe it needs a lot more mirrors. We'll bring a lot of mirrors, just in case. Oh, I have 4 steam radiators. That's great. This would be where I could send my phosphorus to burn it. Burn phosphorus for power. Fossil fuels? What about phosphorus fuels? They aren't really scared of that, are they? It's never been a problem until now. Well, it's never been a problem until this guy came around. Look, I'm not even really worried about it, honestly. So if it won't work like that, you know what I could do? I could just supply it with energy from... one of these. Because I don't need... The reason I need the boiler is for the cracking unit. So it will be a low maintenance cracking unit. Oh, we need to bring water with us too. Cool. Water's up here. We also need a burner. Actually, we don't need a fluid burner. We should have a electric heater in one of these boxes. I keep seeing it somewhere, and I think it's upstairs, actually. It's in this box right here. Cool. Lights. Got them. That's everything we'll need for those. We'll need some water. Probably gonna bring 2 tanks of that shit, because those are at half capacity. This is gonna get switched out into one of these. Specifically that one. That's where my large barrel got to. Now we should be good. We just need to get a line that hooks up the hydrogens and shit. And then we also need the... We're going to try out the atmospheric liquefactor thingy and the other thing. So we'll get those in a second. Boom. This one also is going to need hydrogen and oxygen to work. Can use my steel pipe, my regular piping. Fluid ID. No, don't place it down. Stop. Hydrogen. Do you have the things? What things did you make? The one things. The do we have like a liquefactor and other thing? I want to try out the liquefactor. I don't know what it does. Thank you. Oh, this is good. I think mostly we're just going to be taking back fluids. So we're going to try to avoid processing fluids there. Yeah, we need stuff for like atmospheric extraction. Like the atmospheric stuff. Just get both of them. I don't know what the liquefactor does because I haven't used it, but I want to try it out. See if it does anything on Tecto. And then I'll be ready. I just have to get those things. And then, of course... have everything hooked up. Compressor? Okay, good. Oh, what the... What the hell? Oh, hell no. Okay, cool. God damn it, I hate when I do that. Okay, we're just gonna place all my shit that I don't need in there right now. Then we're gonna slap some of these. Oxygen. Oxygen. Hydrogen. Hydrogen. Cool. Jump up. And, of course, one of these is the feedstock for hydrogen and shit, which is going to be this guy. He's the designated feedstock for now. So Tecto Porter 2 is going to be set to sending, but he's only going to send 128 at a time to make sure that he stays functional at all times. Liquid hydrogen and liquid oxygen. And now we should be good to go. Yeah, like, yep. Oh, wait. Liquid oxygen and also liquid hydrogen. Thank you. Good. So that's all we need for those. We should be ready to launch now. Cool. Beep, 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 beep. Huh. I think that's all I needed. Atmospheric compressor. Cool. It depends on how fast we want to harvest the atmosphere as well. Let me check everything else. Commit to launch. Interact to enter. Alright, before we go, double check. It doesn't really matter. Space. Five. Alright, I'll let you know. Oh, you know what I did forget to do? I forgot to link this shit, but it doesn't really matter. It's gonna do one of these James 2H space arrival things where all of a sudden we arrive at the planet and it just gets massive. It's gonna be like, oh, there's a planet there, and it just appeared out of nowhere in the weirdest way. The sun is tiny from here. Dude, I hate the fucking cold, bro. If it's a fucking cold planet, hell nah. Oh, hell nah. What the fuck is this shit? Hey, yo, is that a harvestable thingy for us? There's Erlum nearby. Are we gonna harvest Erlum? I would say it's safe to go now, but please don't. Sarnus. I think you should prepare the stuff that we need for that first, and then come here and check it out. I hope I put in the CMB insert. /home list. Oh my god. What the fuck is that? Look, there's geysers. Geysers. God damn. What is this juice? Should I touch the juice or will it kill me? To touch the juice or not to touch the juice? That's always a bad idea. This is just water. Geysers, though. What the fuck? Guys? Yes, I also see trees, but this means we can do geothermal power. And I'm just saying, that's not too bad. But these geysers are just going. Is this lethal? Oh fucking shit, don't do that. Very dangerous. What's it do though? Geyser. How do I harvest it? Electric or chloric? Oh. Sick. I assume you know how to do that, but we're going to probably set up over here since it's kind of, this is probably the best area to harvest for that kind of stuff because it's like right next to them. And then, unless there's like a specific location, I don't want to load too many chunks and shit. I'm going to harvest some trees as well. I'm pretty sure we could probably harvest them for energy as well. It wouldn't really make a difference. These decay very quickly. Rubber leaves. Yeah, and these give you special stuff. PVC bar for PVC planks? Hell yeah. I've always wanted a PVC house in space. Alright. Let me begin my project. Oh, look, that thing doesn't have anything going on with it. It's also very dark here, so solar panels aren't really an option, really. F9. I'm gonna start building my platform. My working area. My workspace. I'm gonna do it all out of PVC planks because that's a pretty good standard. I can't believe this planet has PVC planks though. That's fucking sick. What can I make vinyl here? I can make vinyl. How long does it last though? How long does nighttime last? Oh, look at this. Yes. Vinyl planks. Oh my gosh. So we had PVC for this color, and then vinyl for that color. Honestly, this is like the not bad survival planet. Like, if you were to do survival mode on this planet, it would not be bad. Yeah, I know, but like... I mean, we already have this shit on Earth. Why would we need trees for it, though? Plus, we could just plant more trees for it. Rubber, I could definitely see that being valuable, but the rest of this, eh. Rubber jungle. PVC jungle. If only there was, like, food plants we could get. Like, vinyl plant, like, plastic apples. Toy apples. The trees drop toy apples, guys. I have not found any of the fucking rubber trees. I feel like we're playing GTNH or Greg Tech. I have not found any rubber trees, guys. I see 2 right here. Yeah, I know, but I haven't seen any. I've only seen the white ones. Not the black ones yet. I mean, I guess it was nighttime. What's this? Weird rocks. That's cellophite. Of the... What the... Guys, there's like cellophite. Bedrock oil? Why don't we have a base here? This would be so cool. Well, I'm gonna mark this on my map, but we should definitely investigate in case it is bedrock crude or something. makes more of a mess here. You have the survey scanner, right? Oh, wait a second. If it makes more of a mess here, you mean like pollution? I think Mello mentioned there's some consequence for using it. Okay, let's not touch it, but I have bedrock juice marked. There is a red star. Is that our sun? Is the sun there? Halogen Hills. New biome, guys. I did not bring the survey scanner to my knowledge. No. Where's the digamma one? Don't look at it. Digamma one, you look at it and it gives you extra digamma. DGRX or whatever. G10H. This is a weird planet though. It's so weird. I think I see some of the special trees that I need for my build. Polyvinyl plains. This is the best planet in NTM space. Also, yeah, it's Sarnus for Tecto. Cool. Do you have one of the things for that? Can we get one of the thingies and then we can just ship it back to Earth? Ship all the juice back? Or we could process it up here to figure out what we can do with that. I'll check Sarnus Air. We definitely need to get shit for Sarnus Air. I think I'll leave you to do that one. Because I'm gonna do the other shit. Helium-3, natural gas, and liquid hydrogen. Yeah, we wouldn't want to process this here. Well, the helium-3 is fine. That's all we'd be sending back, probably. And there's liquid hydrogen, which is used to power the spaceship to send it, so... But I don't know. Would that even be worthwhile? I mean, the helium-3, obviously. Not bad. Alright, I'm gonna head back to the fucking shit. Oh yeah, there is bedrock ores here, and I left the survey scanner behind. Is the atmosphere breathable? Okay. Sand isn't very useful. And the other stuff isn't very useful. The fucking dirt isn't useful. That's what it is. But the rest of it, not really an issue. Cool, that's in this chunk right here. Or this one, actually. Which is shitty, but if I just use these couple of chunks, or at least maybe one of those, there's two of them right next to each other. Or just build down here for no reason, but Oh yeah, we already know what tectonic crude makes for the most part. It's natural gas, some other stuff. It'll be fine. Unless you want to know for just the sake of knowing, I already know what I'm going to be getting from it. So, I mean, but if it's for the sake of you knowing, then I could always pull that up right now. Just tell me. A lot of chlorine. Yeah, that's great. Could I have the water pump? Yeah. I way overshot that. I didn't mean to jump so high. It's behind you. Alright, so atmospheric distillation. It's gonna go somewhere over here. Yes, and we're gonna need power for this. A little bit of energy is gonna be needed, but to get energy, it's fucking raining. God damn it. Who made the fucking rain, bro? Fuck that shit. The rain. God damn it. Hey, check water barrel. I also brought water tanks, so if we need those, I have them. I did not bring any energy, because the energy that I brought is solar panels. That's our initial energy supply. Unless we want to burn shit for energy, which we could do. There's a Sherbitic. Yeah, I know, but that's not gonna... Oh. That was smart. I also have a gas giant harvester, but I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with that right now. Placing in my polyvinyl plankages. Planks constant. Alright, distillation unit. Where did I put it? Cryogenic distillation unit. I've seen it, at least. Ah. Cool. I'm guessing I want to place it this way. Just because it looks pretty. Want it to look a little bit pretty, you know what I mean? So sometimes it's the smart move. Wait. That's not for this planet. Do I really want to harvest it here? Actually, yeah, no. I do. Atmosphere is the one that gives you the shit. Let me check, though. This will be like the power... This is the mitochondria. It's the powerhouse of the cell. Oh, wait a second. I'm doing it all wrong. Nope, doing it all wrong again. Huh, okay. Yeah, this is fun. Cool. There we go, now I figured it out. Do have power. And that is good. Got that. Tecto. Tecnic acid. Tecto crude. No. Air. Ah, there we go. Tecto air. It's so hard to find that shit for some reason. Okay, so what we're gonna do, that's gonna give us chloromethane, chlorine gas, natural gas. Chlorine gas being the least useful right now. I don't know what we're gonna get from that. However, what we're gonna do for the most part is we're gonna burn off natural gas, and we're gonna save our hydrochloric acid and chloromethane, probably. I actually don't know if I want to do it like that, because it makes the most sense to have it face the other way. What I mean is... no, not like that. I mean, that would technically work. Place it like this, and then have this go into that. God damn. Okay, I'm making the same mistake over and over again. Perfect. So now I can get my Tecto air in there. Charge it off of the side, though. We'll figure it out. Then I'll put the energy production in the same chunk. Alright, so the next step will be connecting it to power and getting it running. So I have 200 Gija HEs. We'll just give it some power. Once it fills up all the way completely and every single tank. And chloromethane seems to be the biggest issue with this. Because chloromethane is just so abundant. Yeah, and chlorine gas. Those will all be like the big issues for this. Are those things, but natural gas gets burned off and chloromethane can be, well, chloromethane. We're gonna cut off power to this thing, so it will stop running soon. Alright, from there, like I said, we need to destroy natural gas somehow. We also need to figure out what we're doing with that chloromethane, since we're gonna probably use the atmosphere for power. Chloromethane. I didn't bring any oxygen, but I can just travel back to Earth for that. Unsaturated hydrocarbons and chlorine gas, right? Not used in anything else. Chud emoji. Yeah, nothing else. Does it require any other inputs for that? No, it just goes through and becomes fucking that shit. Hell yeah. Which is good. I don't want it to be those things. I hate those other things. Alright, that's gonna work. It's just gonna work. I want to get one block of space. I'm gonna place down the steel crates on the corner here. Hello, real Greg. I'm sorry that you're late today. I just started early. It's not your fault. It's the real Greg here. Alright, and we can always just dump chlorine gas through the bottom right there in the middle. I don't know what we need chlorine gas for. Do we need it for anything? Who knows? Alright, so from here, we're going to go ahead and do chloromethane. Oops. Chloromethane, which is going to become that, and unsaturated hydrocarbons. And then we need cables. Gonna go into that demon time usage of this shit. Gremlin usage of cabling. Use your cables, doing the gremlin method. I just want to make sure that we don't use up so many cables that it becomes an issue. Alright. That's gonna need a catalytic thingy. I believe I have... Okay, good. I thought I had all of the catalytic thingies. He knew the cable was fake, but he still placed it because he's a gremlin. Nah, you're not getting the joke. The joke is using just only cables like it's immersive engineering. Well, damn. It's a big cave below us. Well, if you want to explore it, go ahead. We have, like, as much time as you need. Well, we have until I have to leave, so... That's how I should preface that. Okay, well, unfortunately, I'm going to have to connect this pipe. Here. There we go. Nice. So that's almost gremlin mode powering. And just to make it look pretty. Nice. You don't get my joke? Lol. It's a stupid rap song? Oh, okay. Sick. Alrighty, now we have alkylation. That's going to turn it into unsaturated hydrocarbons and chlorine gas. Natural gas is going to get cracked. You should just... I'd recommend putting this in its own square. Like over here. Because this area is going to be for the atmospheric shit, and then we'll just do a separate square. Or you could put it above it. Which is also an option if you want to just stack it up above. We could build a tower, but... That's my bad. I'll build the platform. If I can find my planks. Hello, my good man. What's up? Have you brought us the pizza yet? Has to do the pizza. I don't speak German. It's... Talk about always raining. It's raining here constantly. On the other planet, it didn't rain at all, but here it rains almost damn near constantly. God damn. It's so active too. Okay. Let's see. So we just processed out chloromethane. I'm gonna ask again, do we need chlorine gas? For anything. Like, anything at all. I need to know. Are we going to need it for anything here? Anybody have an answer? Don't think so? Cool. That's all I need. And I'll be able to dump that shit. also gonna need to supply more power. Just in case. I'll get there eventually. There we go. Power everything. And now we're getting chloromethane, chlorine gas, unsaturated hydrocarbons. Which will in turn produce energy. Cool. It's time to turn that off. Why you have no merch yet? I mean, I don't know. I don't have any ideas for merch. But that's a genius idea, and I have thought about it. I have thought about doing that. Right now, all of our energy is being stored inside of the carbons and shit. The hydrocarbons. Carbonium. I need to do one thing. Chlorine drainage pipe. Chlorine will be drained into hell. TH3 fish merch. I have no idea what they would even look like, by the way. That looks gross. I don't like that. Chlorine gas is gonna get dumped that way. Cool. Oh, but it doesn't dump from the drainage pipe or some shit? Look at the toxicity just go up a little bit at a time. Just a little bit at a time. Unsaturated hydrocarbons are next. Next up for disposal. Well, of course, we do have natural gas and then the hydrochloric acid, which is the least useful. But, well, that's going to get stored in tanks and then shipped back to Earth. So that's how that's going to work. That's going to be a final out product. It's probably going to go into this chunk here for the final out. For pretty much everything. It's all going to be sent to this chunk for final out. I just haven't gotten to that shit yet. Of course, we just got here, so, I mean... Alright. The fluids that come out of this are going to go into a power generator, and then the shit that comes from here. Obviously, we need to process that natural gas into a thing. I'd wear it, lol. Yeah, I know people would wear it, because people love my videos. It is great. This is so great. I never thought it would be this far. It's like, honestly, like, the most satisfying thing is when you finally make it this far, and you're like... Damn. People actually enjoy the stuff I make. Which I'm glad that there's people who do that. I didn't bring the cracking towers. Or I only brought one. Never mind. Ah. The world's calmed down just a little bit. Wonderful. And of course, I am going to use solar power for this. Nobody would have thought I would have used solar... Oh, I didn't bring a boiler. Ew. I mean, I could just use solar power for that, but I could also not use solar power for it. This is gonna be for natural gas. Actually, natural gas doesn't even get processed like this. That was a gap in judgment. It needs to be hydrotreated with hydrogen. That gives you sour gas even. Or we could just turn it into graphite. Before that plays mostly... but no one like a subscribed yet. Only 2 people. I'm sorry, political. I don't know what you're saying, man. I have no idea what you're saying. We can use the cracker for chloroethane to polyethylene? Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out what I'm supposed to do with natural gas and how I can take that through the process. I will have to slash home 1, unfortunately. At least I don't need a boiler for this anymore. For the most part, actually. Someone had a stroke typing. I don't know if he speaks English fully. I also need to go back and get the linker anyway. So yeah, I need to link that shit. Step 1's done though. That's good. We have power. At least we figured out power too. Alright, desulfurization time. Step 1, desulfurize. We're going to need to desulfurize. Can I join your server tomorrow? What, you could join the public one today. This one, no. Nobody can join this one. Nobody's allowed. What the thing called? Fucking hydrotreater? Oh god, I hate hydrotreating. Okay, that means we're gonna need this thing. Hydrotreater. 8 welded steel plates. Let's get them. Get that knocked out. Hydrotreater. You've already set up stuff for the hydrotreating, haven't you? That should streamline my processing. Copper plates. Nope. Nope. Yes. I know it's gonna need technetium steel. And it also needs dash and, oh, bismuth circuit. Joy to the bismuth. I did see steel shells, right? Lol. Steel shells. Such a huge quantity. And Bobcat said, let there be bismuth. Really? When? I don't remember this. Is this recent? 41 steel pipes. Technetium steel should be in the box over here. Yes. I don't know how many hydrotreaters this is going to make, because I just kind of threw in a bunch of shit. It will only make as many as bismuth chipsets that I have, which is a good thing. And then catalytic converter. Oh, I'm just saying stupid because I'm thinking of a power plan. Well, don't worry about power. We have that covered with the fucking combined cycle gas turbine. It's underway. The motions have been set for us to use it for something finally. It wants to be powering everything here. Except not on Earth. It wants to do it in space. Oh god. I'm already just thinking about how bad this recipe is going to be. I'm truly just hoping it's in one of these boxes or inside of one of these machines already. Alright, so what do you need for this? Chip. Oh my god. Goodbye, I'm doing the play games. Do the play games, man. Versatile chipset. Okay. Polyethylene, right? Polyethylene would make this just so easy. Except, it doesn't really matter. We could do it without polyethylene. It's still... what do we need to do to get that shit? It's tetrachloride. chloroethane, which comes from hydrotreating carbon tetrachloride, which you're doing. Sweet. Alright, as soon as you have that, I can make another hydrotreater easy, but we'll wait on that. We'll hold off. I'm just gonna hit this hydrotreater and get it done. Get it knocked out since we need it anyway. There's no point in waiting. I mean, yeah, I could wait, but you should always be doing something if it needs to be done. I already have that. Did you see the last stream? Last stream was crazy. In the last episode, oh, actually, previously on TH3 Fish Plays video game, TH3 Fish conquered the interwebs. Gregorius Technetices. Did you see the last stream? It was a beautiful joy. Purely, we produced an absolute goblin machine. Actually, it's kind of a mess, but it kind of works like Corium. I think so, what happened? Well, last stream we built this shit. Like, we did so much automation last stream, we put up like 30 new machines in this building alone. And that's all for Bisco. Tectoporter 2. Copy. Yes, I remember that I think I fell asleep watching that last stream, lol. That's good. I actually don't mind it if people fall asleep to it. It's good for them. I'll be in your dreams. I had a dream last night where I had a brain scan, and half my brain was like gone. It was like all glowing white, like there's something up in there. That was a dream I had. I was like, wow. Truly the dream of all time. Not even dream speedruns have anything on that dream. No. Ah. Doo 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 doo. Wait, I forgot to build my circuit. See, this is what I mean. Short-term memory loss. It's kicking in. All I had to do was mention that my weird dream about it. Now I actually have short-term memory loss. Do 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 do. What is this one? What is this one? Ah, this is what I need. What is this? So I can wind down into your stream and go to bed after. Fascinating. Very interesting. People need to study TH3 Fish live streams. This is HP solvent though. Ew. Okay, I'm glad it isn't. That would be just terrible if it was. Okay, it's got wires. Na 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 na. Ay ay ay. They're making nothing. Their purpose is to just sit here and wait until somebody needs chem factories for something. If you need them for anything, you just use them. It's kind of it's a workshop. It's like, what are all these crucibles doing? Insulators? No. Aluminum plates and glass panes. Told you so. Knew it. It's aluminum plates and glass panes. I mean, like, it's like when you go over to the chem plant and it's already being used for something and you're like, fuck. What am I doing? I gotta make a new chem plant every single time I want to do anything. But you could just not have that problem at all. And just be like, oh, chem plant doing nothing? Makes sense. Just walk over to it and use it. G10H. Okay, so what are we doing? We need silicon wafers, these things, and we need bismuth. Bismuth. Smooth as bismuth. Bismutonium. Not an apple of bismutonium. Alright, here we go. And I knew there would be printed silicon wafers over here, so that's really going to speed up the process. But now I'm going to make a stack of chips. Oh? No, what is it used in? Oh. That makes more sense. No. Unless we recreated the atmosphere perfectly, I don't think it can grow here. There's just gonna be random fucking trees and shit in all of the boxes now. Let's see if I have any copper wires available. I don't believe I do. I can make them. Okay, so if I do this, go to here, when in doubt, wire it out. Place up my shit. We're ready to cook meth, amphetamine. Live on YouTube, live on stream. First, we need our pseudo, our precursor. And then we're going to take our methylamine. What? Guys, what just happened? My brain hurts now. Pain. Alright, that's good. The batch crafting method. The good news is, all of these and these are going to become an automatic process with polyethylene. Polyethylene glycol. Next evolution. I don't know what that's used for, but it sounds cool, so I'm saying it. Build. We need more GTNH. Alright, that's good. So we have that problems solidified, and then, of course, we will need to go to the space planet. Thank you. And do some stuff there. I think that's all I needed. On drug chemistry and pharmacology. Yeah, that'd be cool to do, but I also don't know shit about those things, and I don't think it'd be good with my, I don't think my agents would want to see that, you know what I mean? They'd probably be like, oh, he's up to drugs now, not just explosives. Huh, that's bad. We should stop him immediately. That would be a bad idea for me to start researching that. /ohm1. Actually, /ohm6. Yes. It's like if I started researching firearms, but I already do that anyway. Ah, yes. Now I have to walk 40 kilometers to get to my base because I set my waypoint 600 meters away. What is that brown shit in the lake? There do be some brown shit at the bottom of this fucking blue-ass river. Oh, it's bauxite. Bauxanium. This shit's fucking dense. Or not. If we're able to fall through it. Apparently, the fucking density of this shit, it just acts like normal water. Guys, what is this? Is this just regular stone? It's smooth basalt. Bath salt. Ooh. What can I use this for? Building. Building everything. Ah, yes. Liquefaction. Lava machine. Dookie Lake. 25,000 people used to live here. Now it's just sewage fest. What is that? Do 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 do. There's a thingy on the map, and I'm curious what it is. It's a cave. No, it's a cave. Ah. Yes, of course. What did I expect it to be? Anytime I ask if something is interesting, just tell me it's hematite or bauxite. I was like, what is that? Cave. What is that? Cave. Bauxanium. Taurus Prime. The next planet to be added into HBM space. We'll have an atmosphere of something interesting, and it will be a very interesting planet. It will be home to complete. Oh, it'll be home to fucking doom demons. Evil planet that give you like 10k dr/x. I feel like it should just combine all of the negative aspects of every planet, and then also you should have like a thermal bar. Like, so what I mean is like, you should instead of Moho being just completely safe, you can only spend a limited amount of time before you overheat outside of buildings, or a special mechanized suit. I feel like that would be sweet. I think they would like that idea. Yeah, the steam suit would be perfect. Nobody saw anything there. Nobody noticed that shit. Do we have a pressurizer for the fucking hydrogen we need, or can I do that? I have a hydrogen compressor right now. I can compress hydrogen. Hydronium. Hydrochloric acid. Can I turn it into hydrogen and chlorine? Hydrogen can come from the sun. Or actually, if we just harness Sarnus air, we could do radiolysis. I suppose, but that would be suboptimal. Liquefaction. Natural gas can make hydrogen. That's not bad. Brine. Hydrochloric acid is electrolyzed for the shit we need. Cool. But that removes 150 hydrochloric acid we could be getting for free. And this shit's not something you can synthesize. So we're probably not going to do those methods. We might dump oxygen, just like harvest. We could just deploy one of the fucking things here. Alright, let me just extend the platform. Expand it out this way so I have a little bit more space. What is bedrock? There is bedrock ice ore? Yeah. Then I need to go... Oh. Yeah, that is true. We could just use the hydrochloric acid from this as the basis for the thing. I'm trying out a weird new style with these buildings. I'm not sure how it's going to come together, but we'll see. Or with this platform, I should say. It's not really a building, usually. Usually it's just a fucking platform. It's like YouTube. It's a platform for me to exist and become part of people's lives. I've been inserted into the Matrix. Actually, I own the Matrix. Other people's matrices. Matrices. I am the cyberspace for HBM Nuclear Tech Mods Space Fork. If you just type in Spork in Google, you'll just find my videos. Holy shit. Going to look for our video to reviewing your favorite Spork, and all of a sudden, it's just a fucking 100 HBM videos, and you're like, huh? What the fuck? Interesting. That is something I should check later. Speaking of sporks, I misplaced mine. I have a spork that's also a knife. It's a knife. Not even joking. Alright, so when shit comes back from the space, the final frontier, well, it's gonna get dropped off here, obviously, so. That's all I had to say about that. So shit will leave here and go here as well. Most likely it would be best to put all of the ways that things can come here on that side. I'm trying to remember what I did for the build up on the Earth, or how I set that up, but... because that was quite a strange way of doing shit. Pretty sure it was just a bunch of, like, frames and shit, but I know what kinds of materials I will need for this. Oh yeah, there's tons of blue materials. These. Of course, obviously I'm gonna need those. 3 blocks, so that way you have enough space for tanks underneath these. Just in case. This can also become a pressurized area, too, if we needed it to be some. I'll head back to Earth and grab the electrolyzers in a second. I'm just going to prepare the area for this, and then I'll head back, because then I'll be, like, on the way to needing oxygen and shit. But I won't really need, we won't really be producing oxygen. We'll just be dumping out more chlorine into the atmosphere. Should be 2 blocks of space, and then just continue around all the way. Very cool structure design. I do like these blocks a lot. These are like one of my favorite building materials now. They became it when I started building on the moon. Which was so long ago now. And at the moon we were like, oh, we gotta go to Moho next. We didn't even build shit on Moho. We just built like half a building. And then left. Fuck that planet. Half a building and leave. Yup. Perfect. Sounds like a plan. If I've ever heard a plan, that sounds like a damn fine plan to me. Could do blue for the walls. Ooh, more blue in the build. Nice. Yes, as though we need more blue in a build that's already got a ton of blue in it. X. XAI. The bluest. I'll put in some like danger tape into it. Alright, so for landing here, I need my landing pads. Okay, a gas giant harvester, that probably will go up there. Ah, rocket transporter pads, exactly what I need. Exactly. Don't need that one there. So we're gonna just leave them like this. Which this will get us hydrogen. Technically. Then build out the floor. Not going to put these up yet. We will need tanks for hydrogen chloride. There's also not really much space under here for tanks. Only 2 tanks can fit. That is so sad. I'm probably gonna have... Also, this is still... I feel like this is still more space than the other compressor, but it just gives you a different variety of it. I could redesign it. and fit 4 tanks. That would be a lot more optimal. Then it's gonna look a little weird, but it will fit 4 tanks now. This could either all be hydrogen chloride, or it could be some of it can be hydrogen and some of it can be oxygen. This will probably all be one specific material on that part at least. Then on the inside of the building, or on the top, we could actually set up the hydrogen outputs and shit. $62. We're gonna go with those. Because I haven't used these yet, so these are gonna go for the roof. Awesome. $4 a.m. Okay. I still got more time. I like how these geysers just never stop. There's no end to the amount of liquid inside of the geysers. Oxygen room. Alright, and then for the edges, I suppose we just do the whole thing as the... no. Corners are going to be the fucking one piece. Okay, so that will be for the exporting and inserting of hydrochloric whatevers. Cool, hydrochloric acid. Great. All of them need to be set to green. Greed stack. Alright, so hydrochloric acid gets made down there. I'm gonna do /home 1 so I can grab that electrolyzer. I can get that shit set up, and then we'll have disposal for that specific line. Or, yeah, we don't really want to input ice necessarily. We could just dispose of the shit for free. Right, we'll just dispose of that hydrochloric acid and shit in that method. Then we can burn natural gas for energy. Well, we're almost to that point. We'll be converting it to petroleum gas first, which technically allows you to go to naphtha if you convert it again, but we don't like to do that. Let's avoid converting to naphtha or shit like that. I already got these electrolyzers. Damn it. Already got them. Let me see if they're over there still. Because they might just be inside of a box. We have like 30 of them. Like, that's like gonna be a machine I consider expensive, by the way. Electrolyzer. If we don't have one, I have to make one. Cool. This could be great. Let me see. No electrolyzer. No electrolyzer. One electrolyzer. Good. All I need. I'm gonna grab more technical blocks while I'm here. Factorial production. slash ohm 6. Cool. Alright, guys. Time for the Great Walk. We're gonna take the scenic route. It might be faster to hold shift and crouch all the way there. Never mind. We could just propel me over there with fans. If I made like one of those... That was a terrible idea I had at one point, to make like a hover system. So it launches you and then you hover, and then it launches you again, and then you hover, and then hover launcher or some shit like that. Like some kind of you know, the gravity lift technology? I was gonna make some shit like that, but like shittier. Even worse. Instead of just going up, it takes you and you fly. Alright, so we have that. Let me just figure out what I'm doing. Alright, so we'll need an acidized hydrochloric splitting happens over in this area. Cool, and this is the low profile chunk border display. Vein Miner. Veinminer.com, veinminer. Yeah. Destroy. Grok. I am the destroyer of plants. Cool. Alright, sit down on the ground. Perfect. Alright, and then I just need these. That's all I needed. No, don't fly away from me, polyvinyl planks. Vinyl planks. Vinyl record planks. Oh, but to get hydrochloric acid, we will need an initial hydrogen in. But I got that. And that should be done elsewhere. Alright, let me figure this out. Goes in this corner. It'll go like on this platform, this edge here. Then that should be fine. Yes, that will work perfectly. That actually works even better than I intended. Than I expected, actually. Solar radiation? Oh, that's you. Oh, you're setting up polonium-210? Okay, good. All I gotta do is plug that pipe right in. It should be just ready to receive power. After that, we just need pressurized hydrogen. So hydrogen would come out of this thing and get compressed. But we do need that initial in of that, and I have plenty of it. What I would do is I'd just use the cable connectors, and we brought a lot of them. I was gonna set up just some cable connectors going up and down, but because it would just be simpler. It's easier to do it that way. It also saves us on the main cables. Alright, so then a universal fluid duct takes hydrogen. Then it will crack it into that thing. I don't know why I'm using the shitty ducts. I could be using the very nice aluminum ones. Hydrogen, liquid hydrogen. Nice. How many pressure units of hydrogen do we need? Is it 2? I hope it's only 1. Okay, cool. It is only 1. Then I'll get the cable connected from there to here. That's low. It's lower than I was expecting. Why would I do it like this? Why would I do that? I can just connect it another way. Could literally just go like this. Do 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 do. Boom. Connection. That works. And then we just need to use the cable connectors to hook up the electrolyzer. I might have grabbed all the cable connectors now that I think about it. Getting an initial input of hydrogen. Let me try and see what I'm doing. Oh shit. Link. It will also need... Oh, hey, it just received. Apparently it just sent. And it received. Okay, cool. This one doesn't even need hydrogen to power it, it just receives. Huh. That's good news. I don't know when that became a thing, but that's good. I also linked the wrong one now that I think about it. But it's okay. We could just have this one elsewhere. Or everything will go into that one anyway. Alright, so that's my initial hydrogen that I need. If I have a barrel, that'd be nice. Did I bring steel? Or any kind of other fluid sources that aren't a fucking tank? No. That is quite sad. Sad indeed. Gremlin piping usage. Oh, that doesn't work. I forgot about that. You have to actually use pipes for this. See, here we go. This is what you have to do, is you have to put up the pipes first, and then you should be good. Okay, never mind. You have to do it with these ones as well. There we go. Don't ask me how that doesn't collide with the rocket. It just works. And I have to hook up the hydrogen, of course. So, for this to work, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to connect a couple of these hydrogen pipes together. I'm going to connect it for only a few seconds. As soon as I connect, as soon as it receives hydrogen, and then disconnect. It's not receiving enough power from that, but if I just set this guy to output, there we go. That'll be the first of what we need. Hydrogen is, yeah, cool. Pulled in from there. Awesome. Okay, and with this, I'm just going to start setting up a hydrogen transport line. I see a lot of chlorine gas getting produced. That's great. This is an amazing view. Gremlin time piping. Now, it hasn't received any natural gas yet, but that's because the pipe isn't set to natural gas. So this will be natural gas. Now my pipe is receiving, and it's producing hydrogen and sour gas. And I'm pretty sure we don't really need to do much with the sour gas. It's kind of useless. It's actually reformed to give us extra hydrogen. And this also needs to dispose of chlorine as well. What is this? Also, this is on a chunk border. Where's this chlorine gas coming from? Anyway, I will figure out how to dispose of that chlorine gas right now. So chlorine gas, probably going to connect it up with the rest of the setup. Yes, that's what I'm going to do. Just going to pipe it over. We'll go over to my other line, which is over here. Cool. Chlorine gas is finally getting its disposal method. And eventually, once we have enough processing set up, we should be fine to not have any issues of that stuff. But here's space. Space will be an issue. Because I will need to have multiple of these. One of these is processing sour gas. The other one is going to process petroleum gas, which is a product of both of these things. So I guess first and foremost, we need to take care of that petroleum gas, or, yeah, sour gas. We'll do that one first. Well, that's 40k polyethylene. That's good. I was gonna try to, so what I was planning was to avoid the polonium stuff, because, yeah, eventually it's gonna stop running, so, like, that's my biggest concern with that. But Other than that, that's good. That was just what I would recommend, is to switch it to regular cracking, since it won't have any issues, hopefully. Unless you can't do that because the steam. If the steam is a problem, then that would be not good. Alright, so sour gas goes in. Gives you sulfuric acid, petroleum gas, and liquid hydrogen. And obviously, we don't need that liquid hydrogen now, do we? So that liquid hydrogen can just go back into the setup. Through the same pipes. Boom. That's liquid hydrogen being dealt with. Although it might make more sense if I were to do a better piping setup. This is probably the best atmospheric processing I've ever done. It's just better than oil. It's like a lot like oil, but like kind of different at the same time. Wish there was more processing like this. So now we have petroleum gas, liquid hydrogen. I'm not sure if I'm reforming petroleum gas or if I'm just burning that. Let me check those unsaturated hydrocarbons. What are they actually? Are they actually a liquid? Now I'm questioning if they're gaseous or liquid. Gaseous. Perfect. Yeah, those can burn in the gas flare. Although petroleum gas is a lot less stable, so we probably will want to dispose of that somehow. I think if we move the polyethylene tank a little bit inwards, that'd be good. Oh, that's what I'll do that. What is this? Alright, just a little bit inwards. Yeah, that should keep it off the chunk border. Alright, and let's see. I'll pipe the polyethylene over to the... So polyethylene will go out through the rocket here. Oh shit. Oh no. Polyethylene. And then we also need, besides that, hydrogen chloride. HCl. Cool. Now I can start setting up the pipe for this. It's gonna go probably one block above everything. Eh. Oh, good. Exactly what I was thinking. It's used in something, and I don't remember what it is. I don't know, I just want it. Actually... It's used in, like, one recipe, isn't it? No, it is used in some things. But mainly for this, chloride minerals, that's about it. You can also get scutter tail. I mean, it's not like it's gonna have any harm if we bring it back. The end point for that will just be in the tanks over here. If I can figure out how to connect this, make it look pretty. And We'll just store it in these tanks, I think, at the end. Unless we do need it here, but I don't think we do need it here. For the most part, it seems like it's pretty much useless other than chloritic minerals. I mean, it's like, it's okay. If we ever wanted chloritic minerals, we could have it. Sulfuric acid. Obviously, we're just going to dump the sulfuric acid. And then we have tectonic crude and chloromethane, which I think we are processing chloromethane already. So yes, that's also producing chlorine gas. This planet actually fucking sucks. For what it is it really that good? I don't think it's that good. So how do I get unsaturated hydrocarbons from petroleum gas? That's my next question. Can I get unsaturated hydrocarbons from petroleum gas? From reform it? Yes. From reform it you can. Chloromethane, which can be made from tectonic crude, or by BTX alkylation, can get you reformic gas. If you have chloroethane and unsaturated hydrocarbons, you can get chlorinated benzenes and chloromethane. Wait, what are chlorinated benzenes used in? Aromatic hydrocarbons, chlorine gas. Okay, so not a whole lot. Radiolysis, same exact shit, but a higher ratio. BTX. Okay, nothing we're too concerned with, just in case. So this will just get burned. This can get dumped. If I can find my boxes. Oh, here they are. Where are the thingies? I have a flare stack, but I also need a other thing. I need a dumping pipe. That's what I need. Should constantly get produced now. That's good. Oh, what the hell? I suppose this makes a lot of sense now that I think about it. Okay, maybe we do want to find a way to turn that into unsaturated hydrocarbons. Or something else that we can burn. That is quite unuseful. Somebody's gonna be like, I told you so. Told you that's a bad idea. Hey, look, there's gotta be a way to turn petroleum gas into... Well, if we alkylate it with sulfuric acid, we can get light oil. That's not great. Or just reform it, like I said, and that gets you that. So we'll just set up another reformer then. No. Oh no. That's not how that's supposed to go. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. But I don't have a catalyst for this, so I'm gonna have to go get one in a second. Gremlin mode cabling. This will be petroleum gas. Yes. Do you have the sewage pipes? Sewage pipes, I need them. power can be generated over here in the corner. Okay. What's the other thing we needed? Oh yeah, make a catalyst too. If you're gonna make that, can you get a catalyst for us? We need a catalytic reformer thingy. A catalytic converter is what it's called. Actually, catalytic converter is what it's called. Nerd yak. Just show me the recipe and I can. Catalytic converter. 1 bismuth ingot, 6 PVC or hard plastic, and 2 cobalt powder. Or, let me show you that again just in case. This. But I don't want to plant trees. God damn it. This gives me like major Mindustry vibes. Hella Mindustry vibes. You guys know about Mindustry? Is this giving you hella Mindustry vibes right now? Hecka? Hecka Mindustry vibes right here. Mindastario. Add Ario to the end of anything and it makes it amazing. Or does it? Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Oh, why did I do this? I'm dumb. Sometimes I am a little bit dumb. I do suppose. That's interesting. I could build with those. Definitely going to need to build a hotel on this planet made out of completely PVC planks. Alright, you've heard of fake wood. Have you heard of PVC wood? You've heard of Hollywood, but have you heard of Tecto wood? PVC Tecto wood. No. Alright, we're getting close to the point where Steve Minecraft about to suffer from major oxygen deprivation soon. We gotta hurry. And build the shit that must be built. Pretty sure that should be fine. It should be fine. Nice. Nice. Oh, shit. That's where the oxygen chamber is gonna be. It's under there. I like how I brought solar shit and I didn't even need it. Boom. Added the transport to the linker. You don't even need to clear the thing anyway. Just add the transport to the linker. Nice. Now how does this place? Sideways? Cool. Sick. There is no standardization on how you place shit. It just kind of ends up placed in. Oh, and this is where the water comes into play. for power gen. Cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to run all of our unsaturated hydrocarbons into here. Reformant gas is actually useless. However, thanks to this planet being home to tetrachloride, it might finally have a usage. Oh. One component that we can't get. Yeah, I just realized. So to get engine lubricant to this planet, we'll have to ship it in from Earth. Or ignore it and forget it's a problem. Wait, where do we produce it at on Earth anyway? Do we produce it in the, is it produced in that light oil kerosene setup thing that we have, or is it not? Did I avoid it completely or no? I bet it is. I bet it is produced in that kerosene setup. And if it is, we could just pipe it from there. We just have to get the balefire fusion reactor back up and running. No, but it's at the main facility. Okay, cool. Are you sure that I don't have an industrial thingy that's dumping it and shit? I mean, I knew it was at the main thing, but I don't really want to pipe from there because that's a lot of shit to do. I mean, we could just pipe it from there. There's nothing wrong with that, honestly. Unless there's a way I can produce engine lubricant here. Which I suppose there is. With sulfuric acid and petroleum gas. You could always do coal tar creosote, but if you need heavy oil. Need heavy oil. God damn it. And yeah, I mean, technically you could. What if we do like medium enriched plutonium watts? Well, we need to use for the combined cycle gas turbine, and I already set up half the shit here anyway. So, I mean, there's really... Like, it completely mean we're just making unsaturated hydrocarbons for no reason. It'd give us no point to chloromethane. Which really doesn't have any other usages, right? So, like, chloromethane is useless. Except if you need, like, tons of unsaturated hydrocarbons. Or rubber. Only 2 usages are rubber. It's always rubber related here. If we can find a way to get that shit up here. Because it has no usage being produced on Earth. My only fear with that is that it will stop production of other shit. So that would be an issue. Also, we haven't even messed with the fucking crude here. But that also would require us finding tectonic crude. So that's kind of an issue. Let me check what I'm doing. Alright, so... for this, I am going to need... turbines. Gas turbines. Which should line up with this. Steam turbine. Yes, they will. Good. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. I think this is the answer to the problem. I don't think I need to worry about the other problems that will come from this. I think we can solve those. Those are solvable. We could also just do bedrock oil. Or we could do a bitumen loop. Because you can get positive amounts of bitumen from bitumen. For a bitumen loop, what we need is just bitumen. Or actually, we just need any tar, which is coal tar can be made from crude oil, or vacuum heavy oil. So to do the bitumen loop, you just need, yeah. You just need 100 bitumen. That gives you an oil tar. And an oil tar, when liquefacted, gives you 75 bitumen. Okay, that's not the bitumen loop. I don't remember what the bitumen loop was. I think it just required... It might have been the tar sand thing. But I thought there was another method that was, like, practically free. And would just work. I suppose vacuum heavy oil is an option, but I don't really know. I'm not gonna mess with that. We could... It's definitely just better for us to import that shit. We will need to do bedrock mining, by the way. I hope you are investigating this, the bedrock mining stuff. I think you are. Is it worth it to mine here, though? Is it, like, actually worthwhile for us to do any bedrock mining? Like, if it's not beneficial, I don't know if we should do it. Oh, okay. Ah, yes, this also needs to have hydrogen output from it. Hydrogen. Hydrogen. They'll just connect that right there. Should not be an issue. Hydrogen. Liquid. Hydrogen. There we go. It's been disposed of. Sulfuric acid. Obviously uncalled for. Dispose. Disposed. Dumped. Removed. Ah. Alright, so that's done. I don't even know if the combined cycle gas turbine will run without oxygen. I think it should. It's all sealed. I don't see why it wouldn't. Steam radiator. And this planet is cold enough that a steam radiator would be super efficient, wouldn't it? I forgot that this one places backwards. And it goes back into here. Oh, dense steam comes out of there? What the? Second bedrock ore. That changes how I'm gonna do this. Might just be something like 2 of these, like so. Boom and boom. Oh. Can't cross chunk borders like that. That just is screwed up. Can't do it. Boom. Okay. We'll try this again. There we go. I also don't even know the actual sizing for this shit until I've placed it. Because it's still clearly outside of the border. Okay, never mind. That's not gonna work. What could work is something like this. No. Yes. And then this looks really weird, but trust me, that's going to work. I know my jump height is more than enough to get up there. Okay, so that's going to be how the power generation is going to be done. Then it will come back through into this setup here. Don't ask me how, but this will work. Dense steam. Cool. Rubber planet. Planet of the rubber. Water supply now. Then we need a way to supply the engine lubricant, which is going to come from here. More bedrock? Cool. And this will be my engine lubricant pipeline. How many planets have you colonized so far? Only a few. This is the latest and greatest of them. Other than Eve. We've been to Eve, Moho, Minmus, Mun. I haven't messed with a lot of those. I've only messed with like 3. Mun, Moho, and this planet now. And also Eve. Have been to that one. I hate that this is like this, so I'm gonna change this so it's not like this. Because that is fucking disgusting. That was a terrible way of doing that. Why would you want something to look bad like that? Or lathe. I get them confused because the name is similar. Steam. Steam. Alright, cool. There we go. That should be everything we need for that. I'm hoping this doesn't have any issues, but we all know how James 2H is. Even though the machine might look like it belongs in space, it certainly doesn't. I don't really want to go there. Somebody was just asking me if I had been there, or been to other planets, what planets I've been to. I don't need to go there. I think I'm good. We have lots of energy though, and it only consumes 50 kilo HE per thingy. to do nothing as well. Imagine it doesn't even start once we have, like, engine lubricant and shit. Do you have plans on making an ICF? You ask this every stream, and we're currently working on it. It's a work in progress. No. Ah. I'm gonna have to go back to Earth soon to get oxygen. I mean, the ICF is almost the next step before the osmiridium step. Yeah, I mean, yeah. But also... Yeah, we're just... This is a step towards the ICF, by the way. For us, this is a step towards it. That might be the digamma stir. Hydrochloric acid. Wait, is all the hydrochloric acid going into this shit? That's not supposed to happen. I guess that isn't wrong. I guess we're only really exporting one thing from this planet. You know, you can release low pressure steam in the atmosphere to get infinite water and electrolyze it for a infinite source of oxygen, right? What do you mean? That requires the fucking terraformer. Does that not require the terraformer? Also, that might be a new feature if it doesn't require the terraformer. It's a stupid high amount of low pressure steam. How are we even going to supply that? What are the numbers we're looking at? No, I don't even think it changes anything if you dump it into the atmosphere. We don't have an atmosphere scanner, but we could check and see that the chlorine's probably going up a lot. It does change? Oh. I mean... I suppose. Suppose it's an option. We can also just dump reformate into the atmosphere. Or unsaturated hydrocarbons. I guess I'll just pipe them like this. Here. Connection somewhere in the middle. 8. There we go. Unsaturated hydrocarbons. Let's see. How's that? Oh, it doesn't accept? Oh, that's That's pretty nice. Oh, wow. It doesn't even accept unsaturated hydrocarbons. You know what will, though? It's the fucking thingy. But it doesn't want to burn shit in space. This thing will do it. But, to get it to burn shit, you need to have a special casing for this. That also has oxygen. So we'll need to integrate oxygen somehow for that to work. But, I'm not going to do that right now. That will have to happen later. We will need to burn this shit at some point. Not right now, though. Oh, okay, that's why I brought those. For oxygen, it's just imported. Oh, okay, that makes it easier. Actually, now that I think about it, couldn't I just refill my shit off of these? Yeah, complain about it. I was thinking I was just gonna head back to Earth in a second to get some. Oxygen. Liquid oxygen. Right-click the oxygen. Connect the oxygen. Boom. I didn't think I could even do this. Sweet. That's exactly what I need for this to work. So don't forget about engine lubricant. I don't think we're even going to need that. I think I'm going to just burn everything for fuel. So I need to tear all this down and set up 2 burning stacks that look actually pretty cool. I got a plan for those. They're going to look cool. None of this was needed, unfortunately. All of it was wasted effort. We'll use it eventually. Maybe. Or it's just going to end up in the box for 100 episodes. What do you guys think? 100 episodes in the box? You think it'd be easier to do a PWR? Like, we're literally already halfway done with this. I don't know. I think just going with what we're already thinking of is going to work. Or what I was already thinking of was going to work. It's not going to take that much to create a casing for this. So it needs oxygen, which is going to be supplied through the bottom into my casing. I do have 2 of the things. Yes. We're just going to do 1 for the case. Tecto air. Huh. Interesting. It's 1.5 pressures of Tecto air. One of these into the case, and then we need a... If we only packed those, that's bad. We only have 1 of these. How have we gone so wrong? There should be another one somewhere. Cool. If not, we could just use capacitors anyway. I could build another one. I'll just pressurize them separately, honestly, at this point. Alright, that should work for pressurization. As long as we seal it up with these. Ooh. Nice. For energy storage, brought plenty of this. I doubt we're gonna ever have this much energy, but at least it's a safe bet. Alright, then we place in our energy cubes. And I suppose if we really wanted to, what we would do is we'd go like Yeah, it will work. But we'll go like this. This. Then we need a source of oxygen. This just makes hydrogen and shit. Okay. Need 2 of these. Making a nice build. What would look cool? Probably a fan. Like that. Nice. And then, of course, after that, I need one other thing. So I've got my fan. I've got these. I need pipes for the connections. And then those will be these pipes, pipe anchors. We're just gonna run pipe anchors. I haven't even put in the capacitors yet. That's a problem. It'll be fine though. We'll figure it out. As we get there. 2 pipe anchors. And that's gonna connect to an external pipe anchor grid for oxygen. Somewhere up on these. Yep. Gremlin use of piping. This is even worse than that one picture. It's even worse than the meme. That's how you know it's bad. Oh, it's 5 a.m. Hold on. Well, let's go ahead and just finish up this first. So that will be the oxygen supply, and it also shouldn't be hooked up right now, and shouldn't be operating. Cool. They just need to be in a room. They never needed to be in anything beside of a room. In other words, all you need to do to make a power supply with these is you just have to seal them inside of a cylinder. And as long as they're sealed, then they're sealed. It just works. I'm pretty sure I can also use the big fans on the top. That'd be cool. One, two, one, two, one. Two. Can I go inwards yet? No. This is a cool space base. Alright, then for this part, I'm gonna go over a block. Well, hello, big treasure meteor. Harvest it. Oh, man. That's sad, but at least we have like 1,000 other good choices for this. For example, we could just use these ones. That doesn't look too bad. Once it's sealed, we'll turn it on for its oxygen supply. Ignition, burn. It's going to be unsaturated for this guy. But before we do that, before we start just burning unsaturated hydrocarbons, we have to be very careful. And we have to make sure that it's got a pipe connection on it. In here somewhere, probably. Which also means, because it's connected like this, one of these doesn't need oxygen anymore, so problem solved there.
You don't need that much oxygen for one of these. Oh shit. What's the other thing we got? We don't need that. Cool. Need the glass though. So one of those and also another one of these. Those will connect down somewhere over here where I'm going to have a special setup in a second. I like to think that when I left my NTM space world and went on to GTNH, the natives of the habitable plants, that the species there evolves and became smarter from the scraps and stuff I made. Cool. I like to believe that all those species were destroyed. Boom, boom. Those will be the external connections. That's how we'll get reformic gas and the unsaturated hydrocarbons in. Reformic gas. Come on, just do it. I believe in you. Nice, sweet. And then it's all that's left is just to build it. Build the rest of the pressure vessels. Oxygen chamber. And I'm hoping it doesn't have to be square. I am truly hoping there is no need for me to make this squared. Wouldn't it be smarter to make a PWR? What do you mean, wouldn't it be smarter? We have literally unlimited supplies of unsaturated hydrocarbons. I'm not supplying fuel for PWR. Shit is not needed. It's extra, honestly. Like, why would you want to have a setup that you're gonna need to have external imports for that shit? Here, the only external import's gonna be the oxygen. There, you would need to import fuel and then export depleted fuel, and then process that fuel, and then supply infinite fuel. And that's something I'm not really wanting to mess with. Although it's not impossible, it's definitely not worth the time that it will take when I could just set up this in like 5 seconds. Literally, all I need to do is finish this side and it will be done. Which is a lot easier said than done, unless I do this. Unless I build from the top to the bottom. Fucking hate gravity, bro. The gravity here is fucking shitty. Alright, we're just gonna go up and down. That's not how I meant to go. God damn it. Now it's becoming a problem. Okay. Convert that. Build. Okay, never mind. Okay, there we go. Now it's not as much of an issue. Unless we could supply an unlimited amount of oxygen here, that'd be nice. No, stop that. Be nice to have unlimited oxygen. Do you like to have a wood vinyl farm? I mean, I'm not even sure how we are supposed to go about that. What the fuck? Oh, shit. This might make things easier. Not sure why I didn't think of this from the start. That's a hole in my shit. Let me just inspect for holes. Look how much easier this is. A little bit less hard. Except for this side. This side wants to be special. Got it. Oh my god. Hate gravity, man. Is this one on? Perfect. No need to worry about it once it is set up. I think we'll be producing enough of these that it should be able to self-sustain. Especially since it only takes, like... It's not even running at the max amount of power that it needs, though. We'll find out in a second how much it needs. Actually, if it's not in a deficit, then it's fine. Alright, one last thing to do. And then they should be ready. In fact, they probably are ready to run. Cool. This is not a bad looking setup. I think they could use a little more detail, but honestly, for a pressure tank, what it is, it's working. It's doing a job. Not really needed to do much else other than be a pressure tank and store oxygen. Boom. And then we're going to turn that on first. So oxygen flow through. Right? It's going in. No, it's not going in. What the fuck is the issue? Oh, that's the problem. It's not even getting sent any. Because oxygen is not in those. Liquid oxygen. Cool. And if I set this up, I should be able to mine this. Or actually, I should be able to check this and it should just be draining. And if it works, that will be producing energy. My face. Nice. Doesn't look too bad. How much energy is that? Returning to, oh, it's less energy than we need. Oops. At least chloromethane's okay. I don't know how fast we're going, though. Okay, it's going at least decently fast. I think I could figure it out in next episode, if what we need to do to make it go faster. Probably get a tier 3 upgrade in those. That would be perfect. It does offset enough. The rain won't even stop it. Alright, one last thing is reformate gas, which also can come down the same pipeline. You into negatives? Yeah, but it doesn't have the tier 3 upgrades yet. Like I said, we can upgrade it. Doesn't matter if it's in the negatives right now, because it might not be later. I'm not worried. I'm not concerned with it. We'll have a stable supply. It's not like we don't have enough energy right now to be fine with that expense. With 2 of them, that might change everything, though. Oh, it's so much closer. What do we need for the upgrades? Do we even have upgrades for these? It's efficiency upgrades, right? Yeah, if we had like the efficiency upgrades, that'd be so good. But I have to go now because it's too late. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. This has been a little bit longer of a stream because I started earlier, which means you're probably not going to get an afternoon stream, but who knows? We'll see. So thank you all for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.